Welcome to our 43rd devotional video of Lighthouse Kinship. Down, 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 Jonah. Today is Friday, January the 14th, 2022. Bobby and I are here at the Lower Cascades in Hanging Rock State Park, Danbury, North Carolina.
Jonah 1:1-3, the Living Bible. The Lord sent this message to Jonah, the son of Amittai. Go to the great city of Nineveh and give them this announcement from the Lord. I am going to destroy you, for your wickedness rises before me. It smells to highest heaven. But Jonah was afraid to go and ran away from the Lord. He went down to the seacoast, to the port of Joppa, where he found a ship leaving for Tarshish. He bought a ticket, went on board, and climbed down into the dark hold of the ship to hide there from the Lord.
Are you or someone you love like Jonah, going down, down, down into darkness to hide from God's calling and presence because God is calling you to a place or circumstances you do not want to go or be a part of? Bobby and I have watched for a decade our loved one descend down, down, down from the pleasing will of God to God's permissive will. God's permissive will is allowing His children to exercise our privileges to go our own sinful way. But as Jonah learned, there are consequences for this privilege.
Jonah 1:4, 5, 7, 10, and 12 NIV. Then the Lord sent a great wind on the sea, and such a violent storm arose that the ship threatened to break up. But Jonah had gone below deck, where he lay down and fell into a deep sleep. Then the sailors said to each other, Come, let us cast lots to find out who is responsible for this calamity. They cast lots, and the lot fell on Jonah. This terrified them, and they asked, What have you done? They knew he was running away from the Lord, because he had already told them so. Pick me up, throw me into the sea, he replied, and it will become calm. I know that it is my fault that this great storm has come upon you.
It was not God's prophet that was repenting, praying, seeking help, and showing true concern that other individuals were in danger because of his sinful behavior. It was the unbelieving sailors that had what started as a general fear grow to an intense fear, then mature into the reverent worship of the God of heaven and earth, the Lord Almighty.
Jonah 1:13-15 NIV. Instead, the men did their best to row back to land, but they could not, for the sea grew even wilder than before. Then they cried out to the Lord, Please, Lord, do not let us die for taking this man's life. Do not hold us accountable for killing an innocent man, for you, Lord, have done as you pleased. Then they took Jonah and threw him overboard, and the raging sea grew calm.
There was a high cost for Jonah to pay for running from God and his direction for Jonah's life.
Jonah 1:17 NIV. Now the Lord provided a huge fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights.
We too pay a high price for not heeding God's call on our lives and thinking we can run and hide from God's presence, His chastisement, and the consequences of our sinful behavior.
Psalm 32:3 NLT. When I refused to confess my sin, my body wasted away, and I groaned all day long.
We miss the assurance of having God's heart pilot, protect, and provide for us. Our sinful behavior causes harm not to just us, but to others as well. We become cold, hardened, and desensitized to the pain and damage we have caused others around us. We compromise our own integrity and trust. Did God leave Jonah in the belly of the huge fish? What did Jonah need to do before God's loving, merciful, compassionate, justice hand brought Jonah out of his distress?
Jonah 2:1, 2, and 10 NIV. From inside the fish, Jonah prayed to the Lord his God. He said, "In my distress I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead I called for help, and you listened to my cry. And the Lord commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto dry land."
Did God give Jonah a second chance?
Jonah 3, 1-3 NIV. Then the word of the Lord came to Jonah a second time. "Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim to it the message I give you." Jonah obeyed the word of the Lord and went to Nineveh. Now Nineveh was a very large city. It took 3 days to go through it.
Does God leave us in our wretched conditions? Does God give us second chances? This concludes our 43rd devotional video of Lighthouse Kinship. Down, 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 Jonah. Lamentations 3:22-25 NLT. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance. Therefore I will hope in him. The Lord is good to those who depend on him, to those who search for him.
Monica and I thank you for traveling along with us here at the Hidden Falls Hanging Rock State Park, Danbury, North Carolina. Come along the journey with us by subscribing to our channel and hit the little notification bell so you won't miss our next stop. And also give us a thumbs up, and we would appreciate you sharing these videos on your social media platforms. And thank you for leaving your comments below on how these devotions are helping you. And if you'd leave us your prayer requests, we'd like to know how we can pray for you.